Generals who've seized power in Niger say they've closed the country's airspace until further notice in response to the threat of military intervention against them. The announcement came as a deadline expired for them to restore the elected president or face possible action from the West African regional grouping known as Ecowas. A spokesman for the military junta made the closure announcement on television. He said the armed forces were ready to defend Niger's territory. Some neighboring countries including Mali, Burkina Faso, and Guinea have voiced support for the coup leaders. Algeria, which borders Niger to the north, has said it is categorically against armed intervention. Well, the deadline has now passed so far without action, but Niger's junta warned the threat is still there. The planning of this war has been carried out. Pre-deployment of forces to take part in this war has begun in 2 Central African countries. Nigeria's armed forces and all our defense and security forces, backed by the unfailing support of our people, are ready to defend the integrity of our territory and the honor of our homeland. Meanwhile, France has suspended all development aid to Niger's neighbor Burkina Faso after its military government said it would see any intervention against the coup leaders as a declaration of war. Thousands of people gathered on Sunday in the main stadium of Niger's capital in support of the coup, chanting anti-French slogans and waving Russian flags. Live now to our journalist Chris Iwaka, who is in the Nigerian city just near the border with Niger. Chris, just talk us through the very latest. Of course, this is a very complex situation involving international countries. Clearly, it is a very complex situation, and as we speak right now, the waiting, especially for people to get the latest decision from the Ecowas regional bloc, is quite unnerving after the expiration of the deadline Sunday that was given by the Ecowas leaders to the junta. Now we understand that there is a clear defiant of that demand by Ecowas that President Bazoum be reinstated following the closure of the airspace in Niger, and we have also seen on Sunday hundreds of people that gathered in the stadium to demonstrate their support for the military junta. And now here in West Africa, especially here in Sokoto where I am, just a few kilometers away to the border with Niger, there is tension here. However, it is not a physical really, but a lot of people here are really not on that particular mood because they are expecting that any moment from now a decision might be taken by the leaders of Ecowas, and that decision nobody knows. But if they're going to take a decision relating to a military intervention, there is a possibility that Sokoto here, which has a military base, could be one of the places that military deployment could happen.